So there we have Jesus in his dead state with I think Alpha and Omega, which was a bomb in the film Planet of the Apes. Dom Ludowe. So here we have a monument to somebody called Arthur Zawisza Czarnego, who was killed by the Russians during the 1833 uprising, born on the 24th of November 1809 and killed in Warsaw on the 26th of November 1833. And this is so. If I'd lived to be 100, I would give everything to my country. So here it's the Ulica Brawana and Sienkiewicza. We have the entrance, one of the three gates into the ghettos. The ghetto was here, which I imagine, I don't know, but I imagine was just like one of these barriers more than anything else. And presumably that house there, for example, was in the ghetto. And so the ghetto's behind us. 8,000 people were in here. It's about the Jewish population of Łowicz is about 4,500, of whom then people from neighbouring places were actually put in here. The ghetto was created in February 1940 and it was liquidated around February 41 with the inhabitants being sent to Warsaw. This is the intersection of Brawana and Zdunska. So there was one entrance to the ghetto down there and another one down there, and that's it. And possibly behind these houses, beyond the square, was also in the ghetto. But to actually stand here in a ghetto which is almost complete, I mean, it is very, very unusual. You don't see this anywhere else. Well, so you may do in some small towns, but not in any large towns.
You realise these are all Jewish streets. An interesting architecture. I mean, it could be some remote.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. This could.
Special,
I think this has a lot of tourist potential. So this is probably the other end of where the ghetto, where the gate was. So you can see how there's the length of the main street in the Łowicz Ghetto. This is the Nowy, the new market, and it's the only triangular shaped market in the central Poland, and it's quite unusual. Now, this is the scene of where the markets used to be held in September for as long as 6 weeks. And here we have a stone to commemorate the 1863 revolt against the Russians, and it was placed there in January 1933. Quite old. There are some old houses here, and I looked up in the a book, which is the memorial book for Łowicz, written in Yiddish, and we can see a photograph in that book of these houses. It's a very impressive square. Well, not a square, a triangle.
It's a pretty town.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Sure, Nick. By the market.
What?
By the market.
By the market, yes.
Sure,
So
Nick.
we're close. We're getting back.
Bielawska. So this is like the first street where Jewish settlement was allowed in the 18th century. Legal, because there were people here before that, although they weren't supposed to be here.
Molly Peacock sticking her head out the window when it's a Yiddish film here. This is a classic.
Absolutely.
So people live around the courtyard and socialize and have group meals and sukkah.
It's a bit pity about this mess we got here, of course.
Yes.
But other than that, it's pretty marvellous, isn't it? We found where the well was. There it is. That's the sewage. That's where the well stood once. That definitely says 23 degrees there. So
No, it doesn't.
It did. You missed it.
Missed it to 22 degrees?
Yeah.
Okay, 22 degrees.
Yeah, it probably is on the thermometer because the sun's coming in directly. That's why you put thermometers in the shade.
It did say 22 degrees.
It's not the air temperature.
Yeah. Take a look. Let's see. It's like a museum curator.
Well, so that's Jan Vega, right? He's a historian. He was somebody who studied what happened in Łowicz and in this area, as well as being a teacher, and looked after the museum, and he did social work. In this house in Ulica Zdunska, we've got the where Stefan Starzyński, who was the mayor of Warsaw at the time of the Nazi occupation, who was later murdered by the Nazis. He was born here. No, he wasn't born. He lived here, according to this sign, 1896, 1907, and this was put up the 110th anniversary of his birth in 2003. So he was born in 1893. It's a Baroque Renaissance church. It was built beginning of the 17th century by one Thomas Boncino. And it was damaged in the battles here in 1939, and it's been rebuilt. There we see the church from the outside. It's got a lot of chapels inside. Can't see what was though repaired from 1949. In 1949, a lot of fighting here in the second week of September 1939.